Alright guys, this is kind of two videos in one we're doing here. We're doing the Masterbuilt air fryer. Brand new, we're bringing it to you. We're checking it out today, seeing how good it is. We're going to see if, because you know I normally do my turkeys deep fried. It's my favorite way of doing it. But air fried, this does up to a 20-pound bird. Unbelievable. So we're going to try that out. So I was talking to some people and I wasn't sure what to do, how to season it. And somebody said, do a brine. I'm like, I've never done a brine on the show. For the 12 years I've been doing Cooking with Jack show, never did a brine. So we're going to attempt it. I was checking out some brine recipes on the internet and I found one that had a good combination of flavors that I liked. So we're going to try it. And I'll tell you at the end of this video, we're going to brine, then cook and review the air fryer. Then I'll let you know if it was any good, if it made the meat more tender and taste better and all that good stuff. So let me bring you in close and show you exactly what's a part of this brine. And we're going to get our Thanksgiving on early. You guys always ask me, why do you do your holiday videos at the beginning of the month? You did the Halloween one at the beginning of the month. You're doing this one early. It's so you guys have time to decide whether it's something you want to do. So we'll let you know if it's a success. Then you can decide whether to buy all these ingredients, okay? So I got the recipes, as I always do, down below. If I don't, just shoot me an email or a message through social media and say, hey, stupid, you forgot the recipe at the bottom. All right? So come on in close. Let me show you the simple ingredients. All right, guys, so a brine is basically a solution that you soak the turkey in. Some people just use a saltwater bath. Some people put peppercorn in and all those flavors. I'm doing a flavored brine, and then we're going to pop it in the refrigerator. It will be sitting in the brine bath for about 16 to 24 hours. So they say don't go past 2 days. I don't know if it ruins the turkey. I don't know. But that's what I've been reading is don't brine it too long. Maybe 1 to 2 days, and that's it. All right? So we're going to be using peppercorn. This is apple cider, which was so hard to find. We found it. We found this in I forgot where we found this. Was it the baking aisle? Produce. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so if you're looking for apple cider in your supermarket, it's going to be right by the apples in the produce section. It was nowhere else in the store that we could find it. Not in the juice section, nowhere. So go to the apple cider right in the produce, right by the apples, okay? So we're going to be using oranges, rosemary, bay leaves, salt, brown sugar, and we have a couple cloves of garlic. We're going to be mincing that up too. So let's get all these ingredients measured out and meet me over by the stove. Okay guys, the rule is that you start with about 2 gallons of water. Get the biggest pot you can. If you don't have a big pot, a spaghetti pot like this, borrow one from a friend. Alright, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to pour apple cider in. I love this because it all goes in, everything I showed you. Second thing, put your rosemary in. Put your kosher salt in. Put your orange peels in. Put your peppercorn in. Throw your minced garlic in. Don't forget your bay leaves. I put a little bit extra because I don't use bay leaves often, so I've got a bunch in the kitchen. And then put your brown sugar in. So the rule is, and get this thing lit, make sure you got a flame. Yep. The rule is, bring this to a boil. You're done once the salt and the sugar dissolves. So let all these flavors mix in here and boil in here. Bring it to a boil, then turn it off and cool completely. And that's the biggest rule. Cool it completely. Okay, if you have to, I recommend put it in your container that you're going to put your turkey in and pop it in the fridge to cool completely. Then you'll submerge the turkey in this stuff. This is going to be beautiful. These are some great flavors, guys. Get it all mixed. Those orange peels excite me the most because they're so flavorful. So we'll get that all started. And then, that's it. Let that all cook for a bit. Most of you won't be able to lift this and pour it into a container. So what you do is take half of this, grab a measuring cup, and start scooping and pouring, okay? That's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna lift the last part, or Tammy's gonna help me lift this pot, because this is pretty heavy. This is like gallons, okay? So just take your time and go through, and there's the brine, okay? And we're gonna put it in here. This is where the turkey's gonna go. And just do about halfway, as much as you can, really. It smells really good. So we needed a container to hold the brine that was small enough to fit in the refrigerator, but big enough for the bird. Obviously, as you can see, the very top of the back, we have it exposed. So what we're gonna do is halfway through the brining process, we're gonna go overnight. Then in the morning, for the rest of the day, we'll flip it over and rotate this bird. So it's bathing on the breast right now, and then it'll be bathing its back and later. So we're gonna let this brine one way for a few hours, like 8 to 10 hours, and then we're gonna flip it, okay? So that's what it looks like. Got the neck in here too. We're gonna put this in the fridge so that it's supposed to be cold. You're not supposed to have it at room temperature, okay? So it should be under 40 degrees, all right, when you're doing a brine. So let's get this in the fridge, and we will see you tomorrow to do the review on Masterbuilt. Okay guys, 7-in-1 versatility. It is an air fryer. You can bake in it, roast in it, convection, broil, dehydrate, and you can even smoke. So we got the handle. You got a little tray down there that's for drippings, okay? And then you got a side little slot where you can put wood chips in if you want. Yummers, we're gonna try that out. Then you got these cool handles, one on each side. And that's basically what the control board looks like. Bake, roast, air fry, convection, broil, dehydrate. You make jerky in that, and you can go up to 425 degrees. And stupid me, no lie. When we bought stuff for this video, we went out and got a propane tank. We thought since it was outdoor, it'd be a propane tank. But no, somewhere here is an electric cord, and it doesn't need a propane tank at all. And then there's where we're gonna put the turkey, right on that.
Turkey or chicken.
Or chicken, but we're doing a turkey. And then you got levels, you can put vegetables, whatever you're smoking, or meat if you're making jerky.
Frying. Different layers.
What do we got, 4 layers?
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
Technically, I don't know if you can use this one or not, 5, but I don't know.
I don't know either. They're pretty deep though, so take a look inside. So you drop in all your baskets of food that you want to smoke. Some people are doing potatoes. You could put mac and cheese on the bottom. You could put vegetables on the second one. You could put potatoes on the third one. Whatever you want to smoke. Or dehydrate, or bake, or air fry. But look, there it is. And it just drops down there, and it goes into that drawer so you can clean it out. It's supposed to be an easy cleanup. Everything's dishwasher safe. I am so impressed with the Masterbuilt company. Has always been just easy, simple. So the hardest thing was putting the legs on, really. So let's go take it outside and get ready to cook in this bad boy. Okay, guys, it is the moment of truth. I just want to let everybody know, a lot of people want to know if this thing smokes well. I don't know if I mean, it can, yeah. You got the drawer there for the wood chips. We're not going to do it in this video. We'll do another video just about smoking. But in this video, we just want to do the air fryer. We're looking at the air fryer as a whole. We're looking at the brine that I soaked the turkey in. So we'll do another video on smoking after this. We're cooking air fry. Air fry. And then 350.
There you go.
You're all the way up to 350?
Yeah.
And it's on. You can see like kind of a bluish haze on the buttons. you can see whether the power is on or not. So this takes about 10 minutes to heat up. So we're gonna leave it closed and we're waiting for 350. So there is the turkey in the brine. We flipped it. It spent equal time on both sides. So now we're going to take it to the sink. So we're going to put this on a cookie sheet, and then Tammy is going to pat dry it. You're wondering, we're not going in oil. Why are we pat drying it? Because if not, it's not going to get a crispy skin exterior. So the drier, the better. We got it on the stand, the turkey holder stand that comes. Stop playing with it. So it is ready to go into the air fryer. Hopefully it's not going to fall on the floor the way as Tammy has it leaning off the edge there.
Are we sticking it with a probe for the temperature, or are you just gonna check it?
No, we're gonna check in 2.5 hours. It's all between 2.5 and 3 hours. So the air fryer is now preheated, and she's about ready to grab the bird. There we go. Be careful, babe. Don't burn yourself. All right. There we go. So we are 1 hour in. We figured it would take 2.5 to 3 hours. So we're just peeking at it, make sure it's not on fire, it's not burning or anything. Go ahead and lift it open. Oh. Yeah, we better take the temperature on that. That's pretty dark.
It's really dark.
Yeah, we're gonna need a temperature on that. Okay, well, I was told 350 degrees for 2.5 hours roughly, but this cooked a lot faster. So we're gonna pull this thing out. It's really crispy on the outside. So or maybe the brine did something to it. I don't know. But like we only did like 1 hour. We obviously cooked it a few degrees.
Oh, you know what? Can you go give me the red glove that's hanging up there?
Wait, why does the bottom look raw? What?
And grab the temperature gauge. It's right there on the side too, please.
That's not right.
No, look at your neck.
It just cooked the top of it.
No, it's just, it's not. Hold on.
Hold on, we're going to check the bottom
temperature in a
here.
minute.
The top's like burnt and the bottom's like raw looking. So we'll tell you in a second what's going on. It still looks done, doesn't it? Those legs look done, but they just didn't get toasted like the top did. Yeah, that's done. How about over there? Yep, that's done too. So the whole turkey's done, but only the top got kind of toasty. We learned a good lesson. Basically, you need to put a foil tent over it and prevent the burning from the heat fan, and then let the whole thing get kind of golden brown. But that's a little crazy. Okay, well, if I'm gonna screw up, I'm gonna do it on my show. Don't want you guys to screw up.
So we're gonna take this in and foil it and let it sit for 30 minutes?
We're gonna let it sit from, at least 30 minutes.
Okay.
All right, guys, we have a lot to talk about, okay? This device is really big, but as you saw when I pulled the turkey out, it cooked uneven. It didn't really burn on top, but it basically cooked from the top. Like the bottom's not, like the top's all dark, okay? The bottom isn't dark, but it's fully cooked. Okay, so the question I asked, it looks like golden brown too. What? So you can see how dark it got in the front. So if you're gonna do what I did, tent your turkey out about halfway through. So this took 1 hour at 350, and just put a tent so that the heat unit on top doesn't overcook this like I did. Okay, this is still good. It still looks good. It still smells beautiful. It's got a beautiful golden brown on the back side. It's way dark in the front, but I don't know if that was from the brine, the sugars in the brine. I don't know. But this will have to be tented about 35 minutes in. And then this other side, the lower section, the lower half, I ain't got time to turn the turkey. So I would have to hope the whole thing would get golden brown like it did right here. So I think that's what should have been done. So if you air fry your turkey, but there's no way did this look anything like this on the box. All right. So never in any instructions I read I watched video after video. I read their website, and nowhere does it tell you to tent the top of the turkey or protect it. I'm just telling you because that's what we're learning here on the show right now. So now we're going to give this a try and see how this is. Another thing that happened, the drip pan overflowed and went all over my patio. It's all over the floor now. So be careful. This is only 15 pounds. They want like, they said it goes up to 20-pound turkey. I can't even imagine how much overflow there would have been with a 20-pound turkey. So the two warnings I give you. This cooked way faster than I thought. I was ready for 2.5 hours at 350, just like an oven. Boom, 1 hour. That's 1 hour. So be careful, watch it. Take your thermostat out. In fact, probably at 1 hour is about 180. So it got a little bit more cooked than I would like, okay? But let's cut into this and try the meat and see how the brine worked. Because if it worked, I'm gonna separate the brine part of the video and make that its own video because that's a major success. So let's find out how good this tastes. All right, so I got some of the dark skin to give that a try first, see if there's any flavor in it, or did I just burn it? Wow. Okay, yeah, I did burn it, but man, it tastes amazing. So that brine did something to it. I don't know what. I can taste the sweet. I can taste the salty. I can taste the citrus. All of it. All right, here we go. I'll bite over here. That's good. Okay, so the brine really works. The brine makes it so flavorful, I can't even explain. I'm going to have somebody else try this in a minute because you guys probably don't believe me. You got to trust me. The brine, the citrus, the sweet, and the salty, it's all in here. So it's almost like it fully injected all of the meat. It's delicious. That's probably one of the best turkey legs, other than Disneyland, but this is probably one of the best turkey legs I've tried. All right? So anyway, once again, put a tent over it. Once again, watch your drip pan, and it cooks way faster than you think, all right? I love you guys. It was delicious. Do I recommend it? I have more videos coming. I'm going to try putting a chicken out there. We're going to try putting smoked chips in it. We're going to do a few things, okay? So on the next video, be looking for it. We're going to do part 2 of our Masterbuilt review.